Hooble-doop, tiddly peeps. I'm Hubba Hubba, talking to you from Hoobland. And I'm about to send 4 of my favourite Hoobs down to Earth to find out all about you for my great Hoobopedia. Here they come! You know who the Hoobs are?
Iver!
Groove!
And Tula!
We're Hoobs! And they're ready to go.
Hey!
Now the wheels are turning, we can all get learning all the things we want to know.
Hey!
Hubba Hubba's in Hoobland, and Roma somewhere far away. The motorettes are singing,
We keep the engine spinning.
Hoop hoop hooray! The Hoobopedia is coming your way.
Oh, here we come!
Well, hey!
The Hoobs are here, so what do you say? Hoobs!
Oh, I did it. I did it.
What did you do, Iver?
Well, I woke up early all on my own.
But, Iver, it's not early. Look, it's already daylight. We were trying to wake up before the sun came up, remember?
Oh. I just don't understand it. Every day we get up at the same time as the sun, and every day we seem to have less and less time to get ready for Hoob News. It was never like this before.
No. But why?
Why?
I don't know why, Tula. It's a mystery. Wake up, Groove.
Where? Have we done it? Have we woken up before the sun came up?
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Now I won't have time to polish everything in my collection of hooby groovy things that need polishing in time for Hoob News.
Never mind the polishing, Groove. We won't have time for Hoob News unless we hurry up.
I'm going to have to polish really, really fast.
And we're going to have to think up a question really, really fast.
How can a Hoob wake up early in the morning?
Hubba.
There you are. I thought up a question really, really fast.
How can a Hoob wake up early in the morning? Now there's a fan-tabby Hooby question for Hoob News.
Thanks, Hubba Hubba.
I'll email Roma and ask her to go looking for ways of waking up.
As soon as she can come up with something, the better, Hubba Hubba. You see, every day we wake up when the sun comes up. And every day...
You run out of time to polish your Hooby Groovy collection of things that need polishing.
Exactly.
Oh, what's that long, dangly, Hooby Groovy thing you're polishing now, Groove?
I don't know, Hubba Hubba. It's Hooby Groovy all the same.
It certainly is. Now, let's see what I can find out about the sun coming up. Perhaps that will give us some ideas to start us off. Here we go. I have discovered the sun coming up is called a sunrise, bringing all these beautiful colours to the sky, rising over the deserts, the seas and the oceans, and over cities all across the Peep Planet. And it says here that for part of the year on the Peep Planet, the sun rises later in the morning. Fancy that!
Oh, so the sun is rising later. That's why the days seem shorter.
Yeah, and that's why I have to polish really, really fast to get my Hooby Groovy things polished.
Exactly. But it's the same for the Tiddly Peeps, and they managed to get everything done.
Well, so the Tiddly Peeps must get up at the same time every day, no matter what time the sun rises.
But if we were to get up before the sun rises, how would we know it wasn't still the middle of the night?
Well, we'd need to know what time it was.
Well, yeah, but how?
I think I might know how, Hoobs. some tiddly-peeps have sent in a story all about a way of finding out what time it is.
Thanks, Hubba. What would we do without you?
Well, maybe that's a question for Hoob News. What would we do without Hubba? No, only joking, Hoobs.
Once upon a time, there was a young giant called Gorb. He lived in the mountains with his big brother, Thorg. Thorg was in charge of making thunder. Every day, when the day was exactly halfway through, Thorg climbed to the top of the mountain and banged 2 big rocks together. Thorg was tired of making thunder.
I want to make wind.
So he decided to go away to giant school to learn how to make wind.
You are in charge of thunder, Gorb.
And off he went.
Yippee! I've always wanted to make thunder.
There was only one problem. He had no way of telling when it was halfway through the day. At that moment, a tiny golden sun fairy landed on Gorb's shoulder. "What you need is a sundial," she said. So she built him a sundial with all the numbers written around the edge. She put a stick in the middle of the dial and fixed it with a blob of clay. When the sun shines on the stick and the stick shadow goes halfway round the sundial, that means it's halfway through the day.
Well, that's clever.
So Gorb rushed up to the top of the mountain and made lots of really loud thunder. When Thor came home, he was really pleased.
You shall be head of thunder. And I will be head of wind.
Hooby galooby, I need my Hooby Bits box.
What for, Tula? What for, Tula?
I'm going to make a sundial, of course.
But how?
How, 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 how.
Here's how.
Oh, Tula, you are a really hoobacious hoob when it comes to knocking things up. Groove! Tula's made a sundial.
Oh, sundial? That sounds hooby groovy.
Right, let's see if we can see that shadow move. But I can't see a shadow at all.
Well, neither can I.
Groove, we can't see a shadow.
Oh, that must be annoying. Maybe it'll work if you try it on the Hooby roof garden.
Why?
Because the sun's out up there, that's why.
Of course. The shadow that helps you tell the time is made by the sun, and there's no sun in here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, and just one more thing. Well, if we want to know what time it is before the sun rises, well, the sundial won't work, will it?
It won't.
No, because the sun won't have risen, and the sundial needs...
The sun! Oh, perhaps Hubba has another idea.
I don't have another idea, Hoobs, but I know who might.
The Tiddly-Peeps! Of course!
Yeah, I'll go. Oh, I need some help polishing this hooby groovy dangly thing.
And I'll drive.
Come on, then.
Let's get those motorists singing.
Yeah. Seatbelt, Iver.
Yes?
We're off to see the Tiddly-Peeps.
We're off to see the Tiddly-Peeps. On the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly-Peeps. They're smart.
They're fun, they know.
The Tiddly-Peeps help us find things out. They give us clues.
They tell us news.
That's what they're all about. We're off to see the Tiddly-Peeps. On the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly-Peeps. They're smart.
They're fun, they know.
The Tiddly-Peeps, the Tiddly-Peeps.
why, when and how, alas, and off we go. We're off to see the tiddly peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the tiddly peeps, there's what they're fun they know.
Who'll do, tiddly peeps?
Who'll do, Groove? What have you got there, Groove?
It's something from my collection of hooby groovy things that need polishing. I wonder if you can help me.
Of course.
Oh, thanks. We don't seem to have time to fit everything in during the day.
Why is that?
Well, usually we get up when the sun gets up. But now the sun's getting up later, so we do too. We've got lots to do to get Hoob News ready, and we keep running late.
Maybe you should get up earlier.
Oh, we're trying to, but we need a way of knowing what time it is, so that we'll know when to get up.
What about a watch? They tell you what time it is. This one even glows in the dark.
Oh, Hooby Galooby. So you can see what time it is before the sun goes up.
That's right.
Iver, Tula, did you hear that?
Yes.
Order one of these glowing watches from HoobNet right away. So what time do you think would be a good time to get up?
7 o'clock would be good.
And if we have a watch, we'll know when that is. Ha! Hooby Groovy.
Here, Groove. It's polished now.
Oh, thank you, Tiddly Peeps. That's really kind. Well, I'd better get back to the Hoobmobile now and wait for our watch to arrive. Hooble Toodle Do.
Hooble Toodle Do.
Oh, just look at this watch.
Hey, and just look at my shiny dangly thing. Just a bit more buffing up and it'll be the shiniest thing in my collection of hooby groovy things that need polishing.
Let's make sure we can see it in the dark.
Oh, yes. Better test it out, Tula.
Oh, Groove, please may I borrow your hoopy duster?
Oh, yes, all right, Tula, but you better be quick.
Oh, yes, I'll be very quick. Come on, Iver.
Right. Cover it up.
Yes.
Let's go underneath.
I can see it!
Oh, it's herbaceous. It's glowing away in the dark for all it's worth.
Great, I can have my cloth back. Thank you.
Oh, well, we've got the answer. And it isn't even time for Hoob News.
Just one thing. We now have a way of knowing the time if we wake up before the sun rises, but how are we going to wake up in order to look at the time? Just a thought.
Groove's right. The question is, how can a Hoob wake up early, Iver? Not how can a Hoob tell the time if a Hoob just happens to wake up. Oh, this is too bad.
Oh, never fear. I'm sure Roma will have some Hoobacious information for us.
Hooble-doop, Hoobs.
Hooble-doop, Roma.
So, you're looking for something to wake you up in the morning. Well, I've got the answer. It's this. A fantabby-hooby grandfather clock. It's big, it's beautiful, and best of all, it makes a terrific noise.
But we need something that makes a noise and tells us the time in the dark, Roma.
Oh, keep your twizzle tuft on, Tula. I'm just coming to that. Inside the case, there's a special thing called a pendulum that goes back and forth. It's long and shiny and dangly, and it looks just like...
Hooble-doop, Roma.
It looks just like that! That shiny thing that you've got there, Groove. It's a pendulum. What it does is go back and forth inside the grandfather clock like this. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Then the grandfather clock goes bong every 15 minutes. And every hour it bongs the number of hours. Oh, 4 bongs, Hoobs. That means that it's 4 o'clock and time for my tea. Hooble-toodle-doo.
Hooble-toodle-doo.
That grandfather clock was hooble-dooble-duper.
I'm going to order one from HoobNet right away.
Oh, so now we know what will wake us up and tell us the time.
Now I know what my lovely shiny dangly thing is. A pendulum. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Our very own grandfather clock will be here in 2 ticks.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Let's wind you up, Groove. Here we go.
Get your pendulum swinging, it goes to and fro.
I go tick, 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 tock, tock, tock.
Groove can be a hooby groovy grandfather clock.
I tick, then I tock.
Then the sound of his chime helps you to tell the time.
Tick, tock. Bong! Bong!
It's 2 o'clock.
Hooray!
Every hour and every half and every quarter he'll make you laugh.
With a bing, a bing, a bing.
And a dong, dong.
And a bong, and a bong. We can all sing along.
He'll tick and he'll talk, then the sound of his chime helps you to tell the time.
Boing, 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 boing.
4 o'clock.
Hooray! Keep going, Groove! He'll tick, then he'll talk, then the sound of his chime helps you
Tick,
to tell the time.
bong.
It's arrived. I'll go.
Our very own grandfather clock. Hooby galooby.
Oh, it's rather big. Could somebody give me a hand?
Oh, tick-tock. Tula?
Tula?
Yes. Right. Oh, no, I've got it. I've got it.
I'll take it all the way over here.
Right now,
Then
then-
push it hard.
I've got it this side. Oh.
Well, how herbaceous is that?
Hooby galooby.
Now we'll know what time it is.
All day long. And all night long as well.
Oh, now look, if that thing's going to make a noise like that all through the night, we'll never get any sleep.
You're right, Groove.
A grandfather clock is not the answer to the question.
Hubba, 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 hubba.
I say, Hoobs, what a hoobaciously noisy clock. I'm all for a good bong, you know. Bong, bong, bong.
Yes, Hubba Hubba, but the bongs will keep us awake all night, so we need another idea.
Well, the best place to find an idea is with the tiddly peeps.
Right, I'll go and talk to some right away.
I'll drive. Are you coming, Groove?
Me? No, Tula. So much to do, so little time. Come on. Jivvy, jivvy, jivvy.
We're off to see the tiddly peeps. On the road we go. We're off to see the tiddly peeps. They're smart.
They're fun, they know.
The tiddly peeps, the tiddly peeps. If we need to know who, what, where, why, when, and how, we'll ask them. Off we go. We're off to see the tiddly peeps. On the road we go. We're off to see the tiddly peeps. They're smart, they're fun, they know.
Who'll do, Tiddly Peep?
Who'll do, Piper?
What's your name?
I'm Millie.
I wonder if you can help us, Millie.
What's the problem?
We're trying to find a way to wake up early in the morning.
What about a clock?
Well, we had a grandfather clock because it made a noise and we thought that would wake us up. But it made a noise every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We want something that only makes a noise when it's time to wake up.
That's easy. You need an alarm clock.
An alarm clock? What's that?
One of these. It wakes me up every morning.
Hooby galooby, that sounds like just what we want. Tula, Groove,
Yes?
order an alarm clock from HoobNet right away. Could you
Okay.
show me how it works, please?
What time do you want to get up?
7 o'clock.
Right. So you set the alarm to 7.
Oh.
And then the alarm goes off at 7 o'clock.
Oh, Hooby galooby, that alarm is so loud that it even wake Groove up. Oh, thanks ever so much, Millie. I'd better get back to the Hoobmobile now and see if our clock's arrived. Hooble toodle do.
Hooble toodle doo.
You know, all this polishing has made me really sleepy. Still, nice shiny pendulum.
This alarm clock is hoobly groobly.
Oh, Tula, let me see. Oh, fantabby Hooby. Does it work?
Let's test it on Groove.
What's going on? What time is it?
It's time for Hoob News, Groove.
Wake up, little sleepyhead. Rub your eyes and get out of bed.
The sun has risen, it's time for some fun. Wake up, little Tootle, the day has begun.
Dawn has broken, the morning is here. Tootle has woken, so give me a cheer. Motorheads get up to start a new day. We're ready for action, we're ready to play. Wake up, little sleepyhead. Rub your eyes, get out of bed. The sun has risen, it's time for some fun.
Wake up, little Tootle,
The day has begun.
Hubba, 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 hubba.
So, Hoobs, are you ready to give me your Hoob News for my great Hoobopedia?
We're ready, Hubba Hubba.
Then take it away.
Hooble-doop whoop to all you Hoobs out there. Welcome to Hoob News, the new show for Hoobs everywhere. I'm Iver.
I'm Tula.
And I'm Groove.
And today we've been asking the question...
How can a Hoob wake up early in the morning?
It all started because the sun was getting up later, and so were we.
So we ran out of time before we could do all the things we needed to do.
First, we found out that for part of the year, the sun rises later on the Peep planet.
So we had to learn a way of telling the time so we could get up earlier.
We heard a story about a giant who used a sundial.
But that wasn't the way we'd be able to tell the time at night, because a sundial only works when there's sun.
Then the Tiddly Peeps told us about watches that glow in the dark.
A watch could tell us the time at night, but it wouldn't wake us up.
Then Roma found a grandfather clock that made lots of noise.
But we couldn't stand that every 15 minutes all night long.
Then the Tiddly Peeps told us about a clock that only makes a noise when you want it to wake you up.
An alarm clock.
Oh, I still like the big bong best. Bong! Bong! So it's thanks once again to Iver, Tula, Groove and Roma for giving Hoobs everywhere a little peep into the world of peeps. And remember, wherever you are, have a nice day and Hooble-toodle-doo!
Hooble-toodle-doo! Oh! We've got to get rid of this grandfather clock.
What?
I said we've got to get rid of this grandfather clock. Oh!
Hubba Hubba's in Hoobland, and Roma somewhere far away. The motorettes are singing, we keep the engine spinning. Hoop hoop hooray! The Hoobmobile is coming your way.
Oh, here we come.
Well, hey,